Hey BookTube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching Books I'm Not Reading. I'm here today to do the vacation book tag, and I'm recording this in advance because when this airs, I will actually be on vacation. And I kind of use the quotes there because I'm actually going to see my family and to help them with some stuff. They've done so much for me. It's the least I can do. So barring a giant snowstorm, I will not actually be here when this comes on BookTube. But anyway, I thought it was an appropriate time. I really wanted to film this sitting on my suitcase. This has been so many places in the world. And it's really wearing out too. I'm gonna have to get a new one. Well, if we ever travel again. Anyway, all right, let's get to the tag. Which, by the way, I'm so sorry. This tag was created by Steve Donahue, and I was tagged by Roz from Scally Dandelion about the books. So, question number 1, what's your favorite book about someone taking a vacation? I don't know if this is my favorite, but the first one that came to mind, and I don't have a copy of it, is A Caribbean Mystery by Agatha Christie. I do enjoy a good Miss Marple. And I actually took it on a trip to the Caribbean with Jason and his family. And when I was done with it, my mother-in-law, she also loves Agatha Christie, so I just passed it on to her, and hopefully she enjoyed it on the trip, but I know I did. Question number 2, do you read travel writing, and if so, favorites? Eesh. So I don't want to say that I don't ever read travel writing. I do, but it tends to be more focused on like places or like I really like the experience of reading something that takes place where I'm at, where I'm traveling. So that doesn't always necessarily lend itself to travel writing. I grabbed, this is one of my favorites, My Life in France by Julia Child. Again, this would be considered more memoir, but it's a fantastic book. I love it so much, and just brought me so much joy. But it's not really travel writing. Another one, I took a trip to Scandinavia with my mother and my grandmother, both very big world travelers, and since we started out the trip in Denmark, I read Smilla's Sense of Snow by Peter Hoeg, and I wasn't married to Jason at the time, so I didn't own this book. But I checked out the library copy, and my mother was absolutely horrified. I have never taken a library book again on vacation. Question number 3, what are your books on vacation rituals? So again, I really like to read about places that I'm at while I'm there. I also tend to gravitate more toward making sure they're paperbacks, and if possible, used paperbacks that I think I probably can let go of if I need to, and free up some room in my suitcase. So yes, I have left books in many places around the world, hotel rooms, airplanes, benches, those kinds of things. So that's, I guess, I don't know if that's a ritual or not, but I usually don't take books with me that I'm so attached to, and I love so much that it would be disastrous if my luggage was stolen or something like that. So, question number 4, what's your favorite book found or read first on a vacation? So for this one, going back to our trip to the Caribbean, another book I read on that trip was The Long Song by Andrea Levy. This takes place in Jamaica, and we didn't go to Jamaica, but it really did kind of set the scene, and it's about slavery in Jamaica with I believe it's the sugarcane plantations. I really enjoyed this book. I wish I remembered it better. I wish I had written a review of it. Question number 5. Have you ever light-fingered a book from a vacation stay? Like steal a book from a bed and breakfast or something? Is that what this question is about? No, I would not do that. If I found a free library somewhere, maybe I would, but no, I don't steal books. My goodness. Okay, question number 6. Some of your favorite books set in exotic locales. So again, I didn't grab favorites. I haven't actually read this one, but this is a perfect example. This is Paris to the Past, Traveling Through French History by Train by Caro. My friend Anna and Ben, I believe, sent this to me. Anna has a booktube channel called Bookspotting, and I'm hoping that she's going to feel better soon and be able to put some more videos out there, but I'll link to her channel down below. Nonetheless, so I haven't read this one, but this is exactly the kind of thing, if I was going to Paris or if I was going on a trip through France, I would love to, this would be #1 choice for sure. And I have read so many books about Paris and France, far more than any other place in the world. But yeah, again, wherever we're going, I kind of want it to fit the scene there. Number 7, do you think the coronavirus will kill us all? So, I am pre-recording this. I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen by the time this video airs. I definitely have a feeling at this moment that things will get worse before they get better. And I wish that we could just maybe, I don't know, like part of me feels like travel should just shut down for the moment. Anyway, it's very scary, and I worry about all of you and all the people in my life, and I just started thinking about how we all are so interconnected, and it's very scary time. Okay, number 8. What was the last book you read while on vacation? Okay, so I'm gonna go with 2 different trips here. Number 1 was the last kind of staycation. So a year ago, I stayed with my parents again, and while I was there, I read Timothy Egan's The Immortal Irishman. I've met Timothy Egan. He's a lovely human being, very, very nice. And I went with the attitude of like, we already had enough Timothy Egan books. I didn't need this. What is this Irishman book? We don't need that. And after hearing him talk about it, I was like, we have to have this. This novel is about Thomas Francis Meagher, who obviously grew up in Ireland and came to the States, and he just lived a really incredible life. There's some mystery surrounding his death, but he eventually was in Montana, living in Montana. I think he was, I want to say he was like maybe an early governor of that area. But yeah, so if you are ever in Helena, Montana, I believe there's a statue of Thomas Francis Meagher out front. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, this was a great book, and I did do a review on this. I think I tried to do a late Irish readathon for this last year. So that was my last staycation. Now, the last time I actually traveled, Jason and I went to Montreal. And you have to understand that the focus of this vacation was not so much on Montreal as it was on tennis. We went to see the Rogers Cup tennis tournament. That's like what ruled like our whole entire week, was watching tennis either on TV or at the tournament. In the meantime, we also found, I don't know if it's a completely Canadian chain or not, but it's called Second Cup. And Jason fell in love with that coffee shop, and we would spend our mornings before the tennis tournament started going down there to have breakfast and a cup of coffee and read. And I am just astonished that I don't remember what I read on that trip, but I do think, at least on the plane, I read Robert Ludlum's The Bourne Identity. You'll notice that I'm holding the DVD because the book never made it home, okay? And I'm astonished that Robert Ludlum, I think he helped produce this movie, but it is absolutely nothing like the book. Nothing. I was just so crushed and disappointed. I thought I was going to have this page-turning thriller, and it felt so dated. It felt just, I mean, I read it, but I'm done now. I'm like, check. I'm just sticking to the first 3 Bourne movies, which, if Jason were here, he would tell you that I watch them all the time. I do love these movies. They're my guilty pleasure. But anyway, so I did read that on that trip. I hopefully read something else good. I know we also spent a fair amount of time in bookstores in Montreal as well. So that is my version of the vacation book tag. I do have some people that I would like to tag. All right. So I would like to tag Taking Tea with Catherine. I would also like to tag Madeline from Made with Books. I haven't tagged you for a while. It's time. I'd like to tag Noah at Everyone Who Reads It Must Converse. I still love the name of that channel. It's fantastic. And I'd like to tag a new booktuber. She is a Canadian booktuber, and the name of her channel is Allison Hikes the Book Woods. So I will link to all those channels down below. Be sure to check them out and subscribe. Remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and stay safe, everyone, on BookTube to the best of your ability. I will talk to you soon.